Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Pooja. Now that you are ready to begin your investigation, as indicated, investigations must be concluded in a thorough and detail-oriented manner. One of the first things you must do is come up with a plan. Failure to plan workplace investigations, this actually happens a lot more often than you think. Depending on the type of complaint you're looking to investigate, the investigation may require multiple components, and that will vary based on numerous factors such as the type and volume of documentary evidence there may be, how many witnesses there are or lack thereof, the accused's past history of allegations, and the complainant's emotional and well-being. Now, beginning a workplace investigation with an idea of the scope of the investigation, such as which questions to explore and answer, as well as a roadmap of how the investigation will proceed, is critical. Keep in mind that the plan may change. You might decide not to interview a witness, or you might decide to add a witness to your list. And you may realize that you need to review or analyze documents that you didn't know existed, or you need to expand the scope of the issues that are involved in the investigation. Here we've listed standard procedure and steps, 7 steps that all investigations, a thorough and fair investigation follows. Review a complaint and any other documents that are submitted. Identify a preliminary list of documents that that you must or you will need to review. You want to identify the witnesses. You want to evaluate for the need for any supplementary interviews that you need to conduct. Determine the order of the individuals that you're going to interview and the format that the interview will take place in. You want to check for any past allegations, and always you want to make sure you conclude your investigation and prepare a report. Starting with reviewing the complaint, you want to determine as you're reviewing the complaint if there's any crucial information that is missing. And if that's the case, you want to reach out to the complainant as soon as possible to get that information. Develop as detailed an understanding of the claim as possible. Begin with establishing a timeline of the claim as you understand it. The timeline will expand as your investigation progresses. Develop a list of the relevant parties to interview, beginning with the complainant, of course, alleged or anyone else named in the complaint. And again, evaluating for supplementary witnesses. These are individuals who are not necessarily directly involved with the issues or the complaint, but that may be supplementary to the issues you're looking at. Now, here's a list of preliminary documents that you should review that you will need for the investigation. These will include oftentimes the handbook or the relevant policies. If it's a discrimination or harassment retaliation claim, you want to review the prevention policy that the employer has, any workplace violence or workplace conduct policies, grievance policies, any memoranda or notes about the incidents that were submitted or that exist, prior investigation files, if there are any. Prior investigation files will also include records of prior complaints against the wrongdoer, records of prior complaints by the complainant, the personnel files of the individuals involved, relevant business records such as time cards, calendars, even parking entry and exit logs, physical evidence if that exists. You want to make sure that there isn't any physical evidence and you don't overlook that. You want to planning the list of interviews, the list of persons you're going to interview and their relationship to the matter under the investigation. Something to keep in mind as you are preparing for the interviews is to be careful not to turn the interview into a witch hunt. And it may be possible that during the investigation process, the investigator may become convinced that one party's version of the events is true, and there's a danger that he or she may then steer the investigation into that direction.